the last and the final part is the fun part that you get to learn is knowing your blood type. Who knows your blood type in this class?
Not me.
Good job. No. I'm not surprised. Many of you guys probably don't know your blood type, but we all have a blood type, right? So when you go to a hospital, you need some procedure done, you need a surgery, you're in an accident, you're in an emergency, you need blood. They have to know what blood type you are. You have, so accordingly they can give blood. When you give blood to someone, suppose Marcel needs blood. The process of, if he is in a surgery, if he needs some procedure done, he needs blood. The process of giving blood to him is called blood transfusion. Okay, that is, he needs blood, someone else is gonna give him the blood. Can anyone walking by give him a blood or no?
Yes. If they have the same blood type?
Yeah.
No, anyone cannot give him
They
blood.
can,
It
because
has
my
to
blood-
be the same type of blood
My
that
blood
he has.
is,
Because if he doesn't have, if he has a certain type of blood and Ben comes to give him the blood and it's not a same match, the blood cells, all
My
your
blood-
RBCs
my
will
blood-
die and he will have a reaction in his body. So your RBC determines which type of blood you have. They have two special markers on your RBC. Okay, so that's the last one here. Two special markers on your RBCs are called antigens. Okay, so the first one is the antigen, which will tell you what type of blood you have, and the second one is a rhesus factor. Not Reese's, the chocolate or the candy, but Reese's. Reese's means monkey. Rhesus monkey is a type of monkeys. Rhesus factor. Okay, so this tells you the blood type, and this tells you what Rh factor you have. Okay, this determines what type of blood you have. What are the four type of bloods that you have heard? Types. Yes, Adrian. Which one?
A, B, C, D.
A, B, C, D. Okay. What about you, Lorianne?
A, B, E, but I'm sure about
We
the
like
first three.
in the blood type world, we only like two alphabets. A, B. Then we join them together. We call them A, B,
My
and
blood is
then
O.
we have O.
My blood is O.
What?
O.
Mine's
Oh!
Mine is
That's
O.
right. So we have four blood types. Okay. One is A, one is B, one is AB, and one is
Oh.
What does the O do? What does the O mean?
So each one of you guys will get a little handout of this. So now, the first blood type that we are going to learn is group A or type A blood. Now each blood cell, each RBC on A, they have a special antigen. Okay, suppose I have chosen the red ones here. Okay, so when they test that RBC, if they have that particular antigen that is A, we call that blood as blood A. If it has antigen that is blue looking like this, not necessary, I just color coded it just for the purpose of understanding. If it looks this particular type, like square shaped blue antigen, then it becomes blood type B. If these two are combined together on top of that RBC, that blood group is called AB because it has both A antigen and B antigen. And on the RBC, if you have no antigen, that becomes blood group O.
Oh no!
Make sense? Now suppose a person who has group A blood, I decide to give them group B blood.
They die.
What happens? Yes, Adrian.
The blood's mixed.
The blood gets mixed? No, the blood RBCs detect antigen A that is here, and they will say that is an intruder. That's where this particular type comes in. They have antibodies. Antibodies means ANTI means against. Okay, so they have against this group B antigens. They have antibodies in the blood. So the moment they see group B blood, the RBCs are going to release this. They are going to attack them. The moment they attack them, all these RBCs are going to be dead. And what happens to Marcel? He gets no blood because all his blood RBCs are going to be attacked, because that blood is not going to be taken by his body. His body needs a blood that has the same red color spikes, because his blood is, suppose if he is A positive, he is not. But if he is
Okay.
not A positive, if he has type A blood and I'm giving him type B blood, the blood that has blue spikes going into his blood, the body is gonna remember, it's like, no way. Marcel's red blood cells have red spikes. Why are these blue spike RBCs here? They will fight and they will break down the RBC. That's why typing and crossing your blood before you get transfusion is very important.
So what kind of O does?
So group A, type A people can get blood from A because they have the same antigens, right? On their RBC, they can receive it from them. They also can get from O. Why? Why can they get blood? Why can they get blood from O?
Because it has blue.
Correct. O has no antigen, so it is not harmful. It comes into your body, and they are like, oh, that's fine. It has no antigens. It's
Well,
not a
that's-
threat
oh,
to us.
that's fine.
That's right. So A can get blood from A as well as O. Now B guys, what do you think? If you have a blood group B, what kind of blood can you get?
B and O.
B, you can get the one blood from B because it has the same antigen.
And O.
You also can get from O because it has no antigen.
My
Make
blood
sense?
doesn't hurt you.
Correct? So those two. If you have group AB, what do you think you can get?
All of them.
All of them?
Yes. You're invincible.
Correct. So AB can get blood from A because they have the spikes from A, right? AB also can get blood from B because it has the B spikes also. Remember, on AB it has the red and the blue spikes. So they can get blood from A,
Oh,
they
it's
can
O.
get blood from B, and they can get blood from O because O has no.
And they can also get blood from AB too. So
Correct. So AB is the best blood to receive. So if you have blood group AB, you are called as a universal.
Man.
No, you are called as a universal recipient. Universal recipient. What does that mean? AB can get blood from A, can get from B, can get from AB, and get from O. So you are called as a universal recipient.
So does
Now,
that mean
look
O
at
can
O.
give to anyone, but anyone can't give to O?
Correct. O can give blood to A, O can give blood to B, O can give blood to AB, O can give blood to O too, but O cannot get blood from anyone. Can
Except
O
O.
get blood from A? No, because A has the spikes. O does not have the spike. The blood will not
So
accept.
so-
O cannot get from B, O cannot get from AB, O only can get from O. So guess
So-
what? Blood group O is called as
The worst
a
blood to
universal donor. So if you have O blood, you can donate to anyone. If you have AB, you can receive blood from anyone.
So if I'm in the hospital and I need blood,
You
but
have to be
I-
matched with someone who has
but
O.
nobody there only has, they only have AB and AB, they can't
You
all
are-
die.
So in emergency,
No,
they
you can
can
help me.
no. So in emergency, they have separate type of blood, which I'll come to. So the second part is that is first part that you test is the antigen on your RBC. The second part is the rhesus factor. So rhesus factor is another antigen on your RBC, which can be either positive or negative. This is what gives you the type where you say either I am A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, or O positive and O negative, depending on what type rhesus factor you are. So if you are AB positive, you can only get AB positive blood. A positive person cannot give it to a negative person. Okay, positive have to be always together. Negative always have to be together.
Oh, I'm not
Same
positive.
thing is for O. If you are O positive, you can only get blood from O positive because remember, the same RBC that has spikes
then I'm
like
positive.
this will have spikes for the antigen for the rhesus factor as well. So
Rudolph
if-
the Red-Nosed.
okay, so if you have this and you send them a blood that is O negative, it will still attack because that RBC will not. So it has to be an exact match. So if you are
Oh, so I
O
can't get
negative,
blood?
you need to get O negative blood. If you are O positive, you get O positive.
So if you have O blood,
So suppose you have AB negative, what kind of blood can you get?
ABO.
AB, no, what else? What are the other negative?
Oh.
Any negative.
AB can get what other kind of blood?
Oh,
Can get O negative, they can get A negative, they can get B negative, they can get AB negative. They can, remember, AB is a recipient. They can get any blood that is A, B, AB or O, except that negative factor has to be negative. If they are positive, they cannot get the negative
so what happens
blood.
if you have O positive?
O positive, you get O positive back.
Oh, and you have negative?
O negative, you have to get O negative back. You cannot get O positive, cannot give to O negative.
Because my blood is not like, my mom said that my blood, nobody can give me other blood, so it's only O.
Correct. So it depends on whether you're positive or negative. I'm O positive.
I think I'm
So
negative.
technically, if you have O blood, then
You can
You're in
donate to
trouble.
anyone, but you cannot get anyone other than your O.
so you're in trouble.
That's okay. So you just find out who is O.
What if there's no one in the world that has O
You
blood left?
No, there's
There we
not
know.
many people. I'm O positive. My daughter is O positive. My husband is A. Don't know. I have never tested you. So.
You probably
My
have
husband is A
AB.
positive, so negative bloods are very rare. So if you are a negative, if you ever get tested in your life and you are told you are A negative, B negative, AB negative, always remember negative blood is very rare. In case of any kind of procedure, you're going through surgery, going through delivery, going through an accident, negative blood is where they usually ask you to carry a card with you in your wallet, so people know. If you're in a car crash, no one knows, cannot identify who you are, and you need the blood. But if you have it in your wallet or in your phone, now things can be updated on your phone. If you have it on your phone or things like that, it's easy. Otherwise, we just, in emergency, you just get O blood, that you give them just O negatives. But it's very rare to find O negative because that's the easiest blood to get. O negative, you can give it to anyone. The reason being, it has no antigens, none for the rhesus factor and none for the A, B, AB or O. So easy to give will be O negative, but it's a rare blood. Yes, last question and we should be done. 12:14 on the dot. It is lunchtime. Any questions?
Yes.
No?